Գերմանիայից։
Կանիմով Գերմանիայի։
Հա։
Այո,
Հա, 5.5 ամիսա ճանապարհ։
Քարս նագին մետեց։
Աջան։
Ատավչև քանից եք բացավոր կակալցը։
Հա,
Քարս դիտակակեն մետեց։ Այս Գերմանիայից անջամ։
5.5 ամիս։
It is these kinds of interactions that regularly remind us that doing some bicycle tours back to back has amounted to something that catches many people by surprise and might even change their perception about what's possible. By now we've cycled about 6,500 kilometers on our journey from Germany to the east and around the world. This part of our journey is very special to us. It's early August and we've reached Armenia, a small landlocked and mountainous country in the southern Caucasus, wedged in between Turkey in the west, Georgia in the north, Azerbaijan in the east and Iran in the south.
I was born here and soon we will be in Yerevan, the city I grew up in and where my family lives. We've been looking forward to getting there, but it suddenly feels a bit strange. For most of the time, each pedal stroke took us a little further away from familiar people and places. Ever since Georgia, it's been the opposite. Anyhow, for now, let us discover what surprises the coming days on the road hold for us.
Good morning from Aravatsak Canyon. Aref means sun, like the name of my wife, and Aravatsak is sunrise. We just decided that we will go to Vanadzor. It's not very far, 33 kilometers-ish, but with quite some climbing involved over a gravel road up here, which is, I think, pretty steep. That will keep us busy. Yeah, and then from Vanadzor it's not very far to get to Yerevan. Maybe 150 kilometers-ish left. Also, might have noticed our neighbors nibbling away on the fresh, lush, green grass. I'm getting hungry. Oh. I'm kidding, of course. I've never slaughtered a pig for breakfast, yet. But in my defense, while Armenia is generally best known for tons of beautiful churches, world-class brandy, sweet apricots and juicy pomegranates, they absolutely mastered the skill of preparing barbecue, or khorovats in Armenian. They particularly excel in grilling pork, maybe in an effort to stick it to their neighbors. Who knows? Oh god.
Anyhow, to get back to the M6 highway, we need to climb out of the Aravatsak Canyon first. Like in many former Soviet Union countries, many minor roads in Armenia have a poor surface quality and are unpaved a lot of the time. This sometimes makes for a tiring and bumpy ride, or whatever this is. But of course, they have the great benefit of being literally traffic-free, with beautiful views all around and plenty of good options for wild camping.
Currently, we are cycling through the heart of the Lori province. It is located in the north of Armenia and has a more humid climate than most of the country. Therefore, it is a lot greener here, even now the hottest time of the year.
Among Armenians, Lori is also known for beautiful monasteries and its warm, unpretentious, albeit somewhat unsophisticated inhabitants, leading a simple lifestyle.
էինք, Խաչաղանի ձորում։ Երեք եկել էինք, այդտեղ ենք մնացել։ Այսօր Արևածագի գյուղը չի։
Չէ։
Արևածագի։
Արևածագի ձորա գրած, բայց այդ դրանը չի։
Հա։
Մենակ, որ շենց գնես մոշն ասում ես,
Հա։
ճամփի վերեմ նրանց։ Ճամփից ներքև այդ լիճա բանը դրիվներն է։
Հա։
Դրանք աֆերիստներ։ Դեմեսներ են դրանք։
Դե մեր ամբողջը մեր Հայաստանից է։
Հա, Հայաստանից, բայց այդ դրանց չիքներն է։ Ես լավ ձորեր է, բայց ես քիլախ փոշը գնացել է։
Որտեղ։
Վանքեր, ստի վանքեր ունեն, բան։
Այնտեղ է ներքևի վանքը, հա, տեսան։
Ստեղ էլ ունենք։
Ստեղ եկա։
Հա։
Հոգնում ենք, շատ է, ճանապարհները դժվար են։
Apparently there's a bitter dispute over the name of the canyon. Coming from the other side, Aruf spoke the unthinkable. Somehow adorable how genuinely upset they seem, but in a way also humanity in a nutshell.
We decided to have our lunch here as it's super quiet, no cars, no traffic, just us and some butterflies. And we'll eat today a pasta Matthias cooked yesterday. Not the best pasta Matthias has ever cooked.
The worst.
The worst pasta, he says. Yeah, but this is what we have for today until we get to Vanadzor and hopefully get some nice dinner.
Is this someone we know? Oh, that's Binny. Hello. This is very funny.
Have you been in contact?
Yes. I thought we would be quicker, but we are not. So, hi.
Hi.
Matthias.
Hi.
So we've been in contact for, I don't know, a couple of weeks because I saw that he is riding in the same direction. We used to be in front of him, I think, and now we just see him on the road. It's really by chance, we didn't know. I just know he's going for Yerevan as well, but not really which way.
Meeting other cyclists is so common in most of Europe that it's rarely worth mentioning. However, in this part of the world, a fully loaded touring bicycle is a fairly unique sight. It's been a nice coincidence to meet Binny, whom we only know from social media. As we go in the same direction, we quickly decide to continue as a group.
Hello, hello. Hi. Wow, what a nice family. They're traveling with their kids through Armenia with a bicycle. A couple of years back they have been in Kyrgyzstan also with the kids with a bicycle. And the kids are very, very interested. They ask a lot of questions about the country, and yeah, that's really great. Unfortunately, they are going the other way, but this random dog decides to keep us company instead. I'm quite worried that a car might hit her. Man! but it seems like she's ahead of the game.
Now, if you ever happen to take the M8 road between Banazor and Dilijan, there is an odd village by the name Fioletovo. You might notice that the houses look a bit different compared to the average Armenian village. The far more obvious distinction is that blonde hair and blue eyes are extremely uncommon features not only in Armenia, but the wider region.
In the 1840s, the village was settled by spiritual Christians relocated from Russia. The Molokans, Russian for dairy eater, evolved from Eastern Orthodoxy. Their traditions, especially dairy consumption during Christian fasts, did not conform to those of the Russian Orthodox Church, and they were regarded as heretics. One government policy was to deport them away from the center of Russia into the Caucasus and other peripheral parts of the empire. Don't be surprised if they seem pretty shy, because they are. While Molokans were kind of tolerated under Catherine the Great, they were subject to harsh rules intended to curb community growth. Prohibited from winning converts, they adopted endogamy, the cultural practice of only mating within a specific group, rejecting anyone from outside as unsuitable for marriage or other close personal relationships.
One way to get some interaction is to buy some of their excellent pickled vegetables.
We ended up camping in the city park, which is usually not allowed, but we asked the city park manager and he said, well, you've come a long way, it's okay. Today will be a tough day up the mountains behind that building. We about 1,000 meters of climbing, so we are wrapping up here. Dilijan is an important spa town and resort in the mountains of the national park that goes by the same name. Now in early August, when temperatures in Yerevan sometimes reach 40 degrees Celsius and above, it's peak season here, as everyone who can afford it leaves the capital city seeking more moderate temperatures.
Really tasty corn, 600 gram, 150. Yeah, just expensive, but it will give me the energy for a mountain. So, snorkeling.
Du khichas utu. Khichas kukuruz utu. No, vona, ke no rakhalo. Ari, me ata duke. Ari, check poshmanes, Ari. Ari asme.
Zoma, zoma, koma, koma, zoma, zoma, koma, koma, zoma, zoma, koma, koma. Zinchu zinshtam loverchun, zoma, zoma, ye. Zinla chaktam loverchun, koma, koma, ye. Voce yarvo, chame, chame.
We did quite some climbing, and there's a tunnel, pretty long tunnel coming up, and the road has a lot of traffic. So, as there's a pass road, we're gonna take that one. Bini's a little bit quicker than we are. He's waiting for us at the crossroads. So 300 meters more of climbing to go, and then it's downwards to Lake Sevan. Koma, zoma, zoma, koma, koma, zoma, zoma, koma, koma, zoma, zoma, koma, koma. This is perfect. Oh wow. And it's time for a break too.
Do you want to do some barbecue?
That would be great. Oben drüber so, über den Oberkopf.
Traveling Armenia, you will notice countless similar picnic huts, which is because we use every chance we get to prepare some barbecue. My favorite are grilled veggies, but usually there is a lot of meat involved too. This particular hut is very new, unlike the fountain apparently built in the memory of a young man who died in the Second Karabakh War of 2020.
After a cooling refreshment and a hearty lunch in the shade, we set off again to take on the last 200 meters of ascent to the pass at 2,225 meters above sea level.
We did it!
We did it!
Семенушка.
Oh, this.
Давай.
Love it. Who wants this?
Is Portugal am achter.
That was my Armenian.
It's
Really funny. I speak like 10 words Armenian, but I can pronounce them pretty well. So if I start a conversation, they think I can speak Armenian, which I totally can't, unfortunately. I have to learn it.
Fragen, warum du so groß bist. Geh.
The first glimpse of massive Lake Sevan. It is the biggest body of water in the whole Caucasus region and one of the largest freshwater high-altitude lakes in Eurasia. It is considered Armenia's national jewel, covering nearly 1/6 of the country's surface area. It is of great importance for irrigation, fishing and recreation.
During summer, one can take the train from Yerevan to get to the lake, and in the past, I spent many brilliant days on its shores.
There is it. Sevan. We're almost there. It's a day trip from Yerevan with a bicycle, an hour with a car. It's a little bit like coming home. Let's go do some shopping for dinner. Arif said, let's cook something without meat, which is great because we've never cooked with meat, but we'll see what we have here and then figure it out. We have a lot of beer and we need beer, right? We bought a lot of vegetables, beer.
Yeah, we still have some tomatoes, cucumber, peaches.
Now we're looking for a nice access to the beach. I've seen something on Google Maps that looks promising. Let's hope that there's no gate or something, that we can access the beach without any issue. You found it. This is the way. Well, this basically is a place where you rent one of these little huts to make barbecue on the lake. The woman working here asked her boss, and we are allowed to stay here for free, which is great. We have a nice view. We're now putting up the tents, and then we will start cooking after putting on some clothes because it's pretty chilly here.
Although it doesn't really look like it, Lake Sevan is sitting at 1,900 meters. Therefore, temperatures drop significantly once the sun has set.
After spending a peaceful night and a lovely morning at the beach, we say goodbye to Bini, who continues on the east side of the lake and towards Iran. We are always a bit sad when our ways part again. However,
we are not alone after all. We run into Sarah and Thomas from Belgium, or rather they run into us.
now what are the chances really? In less than 24 hours we've been cycling with Bini, met a whole cycling family, another Frenchman going solo, and now these two.
Excited, we decide to share the remaining day and continue a bit south on the western side of the lake. With Yerevan and an interruption of our journey getting closer, we very much appreciate spending time with those who will not come to a grinding halt soon.
Found ourselves a place where we can have some grilled fish. We'll definitely find a good place for our tent somewhere there, so we're pretty happy. They're cooling a bottle of white wine for us right now and will grill fish for us. Look, there's more cyclists. Very busy here.
We found a nice place to camp. I was searching for Matthias and now I found him.
The biggest threat to cyclists in Armenia are probably Armenians, force-feeding you delicious barbecue and very potent liquor.
Hi! Matthias! Hello! Yes, I'm Mangalis. Searching for you.
We then spend a lovely evening as a group of 7, sharing bike touring stories and our plans for the near future.
Now our ways kind of part. Luis, Jana and Lomo will go straight to Iran basically, so they will head on this direction. And Sarah and Thomas, they will come to our place in Iran maybe 2 days after us, and Arif and me will go home today, sort of. So that's a strange feeling.
To avoid the traffic of the highway, we take the old road to Yerevan, which is more scenic and with 70 kilometers a little longer. The town of Sevan has clearly seen better times, as most of the Soviet-era industries did not make it after the fall of the Union. What an unexpectedly cheerful last couple of days it has been. Meeting so many fellow bicycle travelers helped us a lot to come to terms with the upcoming break. There are some factors why we have met so many touring cyclists going essentially more or less the same way from Georgia's capital Tbilisi, through Armenia and further south into Iran. Generally, it is the time of the year when many cyclists that started in early spring in Europe will reach the region and need to find a way to get further east.
It is about here where things start to get more complicated, and we could make a whole episode just about that. Many people on a great journey would choose to get to Kazakhstan from Georgia via Azerbaijan and the Baku-Aktau ferry over the Caspian Sea. It is a much easier and faster route to Central Asia, skipping mountainous Armenia as well as Iran and Turkmenistan, two countries that come with a whole range of issues. However, already since 2020, Azerbaijan has kept its land borders shut, officially stating the COVID pandemic as a reason and extending the closure by public announcement every few months. This did not make much of a difference for us, as Azerbaijan denies entry to people of Armenian descent in any case.
As of March 2024, Azerbaijan's land border crossings remain closed for everyone.
From here to our home is just a downhill of 20 kilometers.
600 meters down, that means 6 degrees more. Well, we're having close to 40 degrees or even 40 degrees Celsius the coming days in Yerevan. That means in the night it's above 25. I don't like that. But yeah, we're there. Great. We'll have a shower every day. This road is nuts. It's so bumpy. Oh, the heat going down, descending from the higher plateau. 6 degrees more, you can literally feel it while going down.
There it is, Yerevan. We already know that a handful of people that we met on the road will come visit us in the coming weeks, and we hope to give back some of the hospitality we received on our way so far. The last day on the road for the coming months. To be honest, we would love to keep pedaling. It is a sensible choice though, as we can work on content without spending a ton of money for accommodation.
Less than 1 kilometer away.
Our plan is to stay all of autumn at my dad's place, finally start editing all of these videos, and to continue through the wild south of Armenia and into Iran at the beginning of winter.
This is the shopping area where we usually buy groceries and stuff.
Very busy, always.
By the way, we will publish the next episode as soon as this one reaches 342 likes. Help us reach this goal and you'll get to see the next episode a lot faster than it took us in reality. So press the button and join us again when we are back on the road after many unexpected turns. Cycle up to new heights and explore long-forgotten places along the way.
Hey, we are Arif and Matthias, a couple of independent amateur filmmakers on an unsupported journey around our planet.
In late 2021, we sold our belongings and set out to explore, grow, and show the world as we see it, in the hope to inspire some people along the way. If you like what we do, it would be great if you could help us out.
Editing this type of unscripted and spontaneous documentaries takes a huge amount of time and effort, which is why roughly 50% of our rapidly shrinking budget goes into this channel. On average, we receive about 30 euros from YouTube ads per month, which helps, but is only a fraction of what we actually spent on creating a single episode. We can't continue this much longer, and well, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we just suck at this, and that's fair enough. But if you think otherwise and want to give us more time, here's what you can do.
This is crucial for small creators like us. Subscribe if you haven't already. Activate all notifications. Watch each episode to the very end. And of course, like, comment and share them.
This will make our content visible to more people and therefore it might become sustainable at some point.
In the meantime, you can also join our amazing contributors on buymeacoffee.com/aworldbiketour.
Through Buy Me a Coffee you can support our content creation by topping up our budget. We have several additional terabytes of material and we can tell you with confidence, the best is yet to come.
Anyhow, thanks for watching. Until next time.
And may the wind be in your back.